Hi, everybody. I am back again with Missy Reeves, who is fearless and incredible and amazing. And look out for her book. Just kidding. I'm trying to convince her.
I love it. Okay, I'm going to do it because you told me.
But, you know, she's on daytime television for the majority of your life.
Yeah.
Picked up and moved the family to Tennessee to a farm, lived in an Airstream for a year and a half.
Yes.
And I saw your home that you built and designed and did everything, and the property, and you're quite talented. I feel like this could be another, you know, full-time career for you.
Well, this was another thing that we did. Like, we had built this beautiful house, and then the kids moved out, and we were like, we don't need this house.
Really?
I didn't tell you this part. So we sold it. We sold it in a weekend, and the people wanted to move in right away, and we were like, oh gosh, but we have nowhere to live. So we got our trailer, and we found some land, and we lived on the Airstream for a year and a half till we downsized to a 2-bedroom house and totally downsized our life because the kids weren't at home anymore. And we were like, we need to simplify. We need to like get rid of so much stuff and get rid of all the stuff we've been carrying around that's been following us from house to house. And so we're like empty nesters. Let's like not
really,
have a big house
really empty nesters.
Yes.
Like you cleaned it out all out. So much for tidying up with Marie Kondo, like tidying up with Missy Reeves.
You know what? It was like a midlife thing. We were like, the kids are gone, and you don't need all the stuff that you think you need. And after living in the trailer, we were really like, wow.
We
lived in a trailer for a year and a half with a closet.
It's like a tiny house. Like you see the whole thing with tiny house. Like you have to really pare down to what really matters.
Yes.
Okay,
we had the same clothes for a year and a half. We had to split the closet in half. And sometimes our shoes would like push in each other's size. I'm like, you're in my spot.
I need this.
But we had one little nightstand on each side of our bed. There's a lot of cubby space in an Airstream, but literally to pare your life down, we felt such a sense of freedom. And we had these pods next to the Airstream on our land while we were building. And we thought, you know what? If those pods all disappeared right now,
we would be fine.
We would be fine.
That's how people feel. A pod would be the same example of having a, you know, like what is it, a storage unit, which we had for years.
Yeah.
And then we thought, why are we paying so much money a month for this storage unit? If it all was gone,
you're right,
we would be fine. But a thing about paring down or sort of clearing out, you know, your home, I feel like it also clears out like your life, and it's very clear about what's truly important. And not only I mean, every time I do like an organization, it's like I feel like there's space in my brain. Like there's hallways in my brain, and I can walk around and, you know, twirl and do things because there's all this space and it's light and air. You feel free.
Yeah, because you're not being held down by all this stuff that you think you need.
So any advice for people? Like what was the process like? Did you have like direction on the process, or you just sort of, again, intuitively figured out like how to do it?
It was just that feeling of my husband and I sitting down and just going, what do we really need?
Yeah.
And it was a process. I mean, we had to go through all these pods, and we downscaled our life so much that there was no storage in this new house that we were building. So we're like, okay, this is it. This is all the space that we have to put anything. So it took days, but it was fun.
Days? I was going to say months.
No, well, you know, there was like 3 pods, and we would just slowly like go, no, we don't need this. Like we think we do, but we don't. And
did you do the thing where you would hold it in your hand like, oh, this gives me joy? You did that?
I did. We did that before we even knew about that sweet woman that does that.
You were doing it.
She's right, though. We were doing it, but we were
doing it.
And I'm telling you, to be honest, we'd sit out there in the yard, and I'd be like, honey, I want to keep that. And he'd be like, but do you really need it? I'm like, no, I don't need it, but I just want it.
And I love it.
And I love it, and I want it. And then like 5 minutes later, I'd be like, no, I don't need it. And then like, just like sit with it for a minute and then let it go.
But you even use the term, like going back to the things that give you joy. Like you did that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Missy Reeves, we might all be moving to Tennessee with you on the farm next door.
And I'll go through all your pods with you.
Well, I'll wait for the book for all of my direction
and
everything. You really should do it. I'm not kidding. You would be a bestseller. Well, again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Alex.
And thank you guys for tuning in. And let's all book tickets on Southwest to go see Missy and Scott at the farm.